All right, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get started. Just wanted to give everybody a couple extra minutes before we began. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Jennifer Hatfield, and I'm the Government Affairs Director with the Association of Pool and Spa Professionals. And we want to thank everyone today who took the time to be on this webinar, which is titled Tariffs and What It Means for Your Industry. We're pleased to be able to provide this, what we hope is an informative session to our members who have been or may be affected by the tariffs being imposed on certain products. Our hope is to provide insight on what has been and is occurring on the tariff front and steps one can take to apply for an exclusion. Unfortunately, we cannot take every APSP member through the process itself of applying and achieving an exclusion. This is due to the individual effects of tariffs on each company and the fact each company has a greater chance of being successful when addressing their individual circumstances. However, our hope today is to provide you, our members, the tools and guidance needed to navigate this complicated process in order to do so within your company. There will be an opportunity for questions at the end of the presentation, and we will send you a copy of the PowerPoint after the session. Before we turn this over to our speaker today, I want to have someone else from our staff introduce herself. She's new to our GR department, and we are very pleased to have her on board.
Hi everyone, my name is Reagan Ratliff. I'm the Government Relations Associate with APSP. I'm going to be monitoring the questions that come in today during the presentation. So if you go ahead and submit them, you can do that via the control panel under the questions tab. If you have any technical difficulties, just shoot me an email and I'll try to help out. And finally, the mute function should be on, but as a reminder, just have your computer or phone on mute. And I think that covers all housekeeping, so I'm going to turn it over to our presenter.
Hi, good afternoon. My name's Carl Chidlow. I'm a lobbyist in Washington, D.C. and have been representing the association for, I believe it's 6 years now, on numerous issues. I'm making the assumption that everyone on the call has been affected by these tariffs in one way or the other. So let's begin the presentation and we'll hopefully provide some helpful guidance. Here's some brief background on the recent actions, and these are related only to U.S.-China trade policy. Some of you may have heard about tariffs relating to steel and aluminum imports. We don't plan on covering that today, but we could offer a follow-up conversation to your company if that is indeed the case. But just going through this real quick, as you probably know, there's been 3 rounds of tariff actions with Chinese retaliatory actions in kind. Perhaps some of you are on what we will refer to as the first list, which went into effect on July. Then there was a second round of an additional $16 billion that went into effect in August. The exclusion request forms for that for companies in that round are not due till December 18th. And then interestingly, there was another even larger trade action that took place last month. The effective date of that was September 24th, and I do have some information on the third round. Just Monday, there was a letter sent to the USTR trade representatives signed by 169 members of the House in a very bipartisan manner, requesting that an exclusion request process be put in place for the third round. So that is good news for those of you who find yourself on the third list, as we will call it.